Alright, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I am back now, and we're going to be finishing what we started, and ideally conquering Poland and making it part of our wonderful nation. I did not read the cutesy little topics the cutesy little quotations. The only one that I really thought about was. Sorry, I'm just lowering this a little bit now for you guys. The only thing I could think of beforehand that would actually be a good one to talk about was Nimitz. It was just kind of like this pointless thing saying like, when we do an operation, we should plan that. We should ask if it will succeed or not. Was gonna blabber about it for a little bit, but ultimately I decided not to. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, I guess it's just the way the world works. But the main thought. I mean, I always like to talk about the transiency of life. How ultimately life is short. We're not exactly sure what the point is, and the more you think, the more you just realize that, like, how pointless it is, too. It's, for the most part, we're made of atoms. These atoms themselves are made of hadrons, like protons, neutrons. There are some leptons, such as electrons, but there are also positrons, which are kind of like, they have a positive charge, but they're pretty much like the same as an electron. And all of these things, are made of quark, like the baryons, I think, are made of quarks. There's up quarks, down quarks, charm quarks, strange quarks. All kinds of quarks. But when we die, which we all will, that's just pretty much who we are. It's just a bunch of quarks. And, there's lots of ways to, like, figure out how, like, ultimately, there is like a transfer of energy to matter and matter to energy. Like energy can become matter, and matter could obviously become energy. So we're not exactly sure what we are. And it's just like one of those things that like it makes me wonder what exactly is the point of this all. Like, if one of us died right now, would we? I'm assuming that the energy would probably ultimately, obviously we might be the body, but we might not be the body. So it's whatever. I mean, it's the more I ponder life, the more confused I get. But regardless, we're here. We're trying to figure out another thing to study. We got air doctrines. We have all kinds of cutesy little things we could do. Do I want the 110? Not really. These things are way too. We got the door near. And how you get jets. And there they are. Schwab. I mean, naval doctrines, those could be good. What have we got right now? Heppers, Leipzig, Stoller. Do I want Norviks? I don't even know what we're going to be really doing with these. You know. That makes sense. Let's get some tanks. You know, if the Poles had tanks right now, it would be between a rock and a hard place. Maybe that's why we're not winning those like, couple few battles here and there. Yeah. But still, I mean, as you can see, the goal of this war is just to take this over. A slow, methodological campaign. I'm not really that concerned at this present moment about, you know, I'm just going to lower some of these settings to try to get this thing going a little bit smoother. Let's see what we can do. Video. Texture quality. Let's go to medium. 3D trees. I don't want 3D trees. 3D units, 3D buildings. No, no, no. 999. The Deutsch muss gross design. Here's a little less laggy, which is good. Kind of looks the same. As you see, we did do this here. The goal now at this point, obviously, is destroy these idiots in this little pocket. Don't let them get out. Just keep attacking, keep attacking, keep attacking. Show them absolutely no. We need to end this frickin' war. You go up there. Go up, right up there. You know, it's good. This is a good start. Good. Attack, attack, attack. We need to attack. We can't let these people even think about taking a break. These people are rushing over there. Good. This is how you win wars. You're going to go right in there. You're going to go right over there to help them. We can't let these people even think for a second that they... Even if we're losing these attacks, we've got some more runs. The goal is simple. These wars need to end. And they need to be starved to death. As we see, that's how you win wars. These things are going here. You know, the goal, at least at this point, is to try to force these people. I don't like wars, and it's best at this present moment that they end sooner rather than later. Sooner wars end, usually the better they are. This slightly concerns me, but once again, you know, we're beating them off. We're beating them off. You're going up there. Here we go. So, as we can see, we're doing pretty good. We're forcing these people back. We got this little area here, so at least we don't really have to worry about supplies that much. Good. See, it's like little things like this. In some ways, I mean, almost kind of like Hearts of Iron 3 a little bit better because, I mean, if you wanted to, like, plan every single attack individually in detail, that's what you could do. And if you don't do it, your troops just sit there, twiddle their thumbs, pretty much. Which, in some ways is good, in some ways it's just horrific. Good. Okay, yeah. So we have some units that actually want to go into this one, which I don't understand. I always wondered how, like, micromanaging units. Yeah. Like, overall, I mean, it's kind of like this idea of, like, of planning. Good. You're going to a student. The more forces we get, obviously, the better at this moment. The goal is we want to end this war. I mean, we're slowly getting more and more annoying as the days go on. At least they're not laggy anymore. We're getting some decent. Let's just get rid of some of these front lines and all this stuff again. The goal, of course, is just to try to figure out a way to. I'm going to go a little bit micromanaging, as annoying as that sounds. We need to figure out a way to make all parties happy here. Alright. Rommel, you're probably Zeist here. And yeah. Alright, Rommel. What are we doing? What are we going to do if you let this hair Rommel? You're being pushed over there, which is good. Yeah, there we go. This is going to be your front line. And your offensive line. We're just going to chunk out this way. I mean, it makes sense at this point to try to have some sort of stable front. Usually, especially with a dramatic way of thinking, it's probably not the best bet. But at this point, it's not even that I'm new to the game. It's just, hey, it doesn't really matter at this point because we are winning this war quite well. And I actually wouldn't mind that it lasts a little bit longer than normal. Simply because, even if we suffer a little bit more casualties, because in many cases, I would want some sort of more army experience than we would get otherwise. And here's a student. You're taking this cutesy little area. These fellas, congratulations, they now belong to you as well. And we're all going control click. Good. And we're all just going to simply throw these little people into the sea. And execute. All parties execute. All parties execute. Obviously. There we go. That's what I like to see. A concentrated force just fustigating these people, you know? There we go. Now, I want you to go that way. Just want to make sure this is one of those few areas that you could actually understand and be a little wary of. What are you doing? You're attacking. Well, that's good. So like almost like a destabilizing attack there. My ultimate fear is some sort of situation where they cut me off. Good. There we go. That's what I want to see. Good. Good. Yeah, it seems like we're running these people down. Things like that I like to hear. What are these guys doing? They're... no. Yeah. There. You. Some of these people actually got mangled pretty badly. For a phone trooper, help them out. If you can. Yeah, we actually got some... Big... Actually got bloody pretty badly. 18,000. 99,000. Alright. Time to think about next steps. Rick Autobahn, Herring Gehring, Verka. I'm gonna try some of these, yeah. These stupid capitalists. One of these people I actually disliked the most was this guy, Kudlow. I mean, he's like, the best thing in American history is free market capitalism. In some ways it is, in some ways it's not. The main thing is that, like, the people are, like, always talk about how much they like capitalism. They're really against it for one thing or another. I mean, it's... seems like everyone wants government funding. And especially if they consider themselves a good person. And for the most part, most capitalists think they're, like, superior to other people. And because of that, it's just sad that... Now, obviously, we live in a nation that has the highest incarceration rate in the world. And I don't really think that's really good for freedom at all. Overall, I mean, all countries have warts. And, I mean, it's not anyone else's fault. There isn't any such thing as, like, an evil person or a good person. We're all just flawed in many ways. It's so sad. I'm fighting against over a river, which is freaking stupid. At this point, I'm just getting sick of this whole thing. Well, I'm not sick of it. I actually like one of my... It's weird as it sounds, one of my favorite things to do with this game is build, like, an army. You know, just like the whole organization thing. That's what I kind of liked about Hearts of Iron 3 a little bit more. I was actually a lot more of a fan of, like, developing an order of battle, positioning headquarter units, things like that. I mean, it's... Down to 17 days of fuel. You know what, you guys? You could go home. You did a good job. Ultimately, the next step, unfortunately, is probably after like a couple more days, we're going to have to decrease the number of halt. Good. You know, at the next, even the weirder thing is, like, after a couple days, we're probably actually going to have to, at least here, is calm down with air forces too, just to try to figure out a way to conserve some fuel because we're running out. But, you know, for the most part, I'm happy. You know, I'm micromanaging things more than I have to. Yeah, kind of was a scary second. I was losing my defensive battle. That would have been impressive. You know? Actually, yeah, this is kind of concerning. You again? You know what? Take a break. You guys, take a break. Take a break. What are you doing? Hurry up and not attack. Good. As soon as this front's taken care of, obviously we can move all these forces probably over to East Prussia to try to help those guys out over there. You know, if there was like a certain area which was lacking overall in this entire conflict, it was this area that could have probably pushed things a little bit more harder. Good. What are you guys doing? Yeah, you're pushing in. They have no loads. It's actually that close to Warsaw. Learn something new every day. It's almost like a sub. There's right on. What's my next question? But you know, it's just one of those things in life. People live. People die. And why are they doing this? So a bunch of people could, like, say, like, this country is this country, or like, whatever. I mean, it was like a million years ago, people pretty much just invaded random villages and just took whatever they wanted from them. That's pretty much what war was. Now we declare war on drugs, and this, and that, and all the other things. I mean, it's Deutsches Sieg on all the fronts. Yeah, we know that. That's what they did. I'm assuming gradually. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of problem with resistance in the indefinite future. I most wanted to build some more planes. Tanks are just metal. And tungsten, eh? We're gonna be, like, going through all those artillery in, like, 5 seconds flat, because when I began playing with my army experience, one of my goals is to, give them a little bit more. Yeah, we need to rebuild all that infrastructure. Which is going to happen for a while. I mean, it's from the get-go. Let's just see what we're doing with these occupied territories. We have civilian oversight, which is the last thing we want. We want martial law simply just to nip a lot of this stuff in the bud. Do we want this? No, we want cavalry brigades. Because, yeah. Production cost per suppression, 42. Now, the main thing, if like you want to reduce like problems with your unit, okay, when are my MPs gonna be ready? 10 days. We're just gonna wait until then, because you know it's if you want to reduce casualties in your garrison divisions, you have to make it more harder instead of a soft unit. So in this situation, these cavalry brigades, this is 100% soft, which we don't want. Now, an ooh, yeah. See, now it's a lot of like hardness. No, I just don't want to. Yeah, all these things are not going to make things. You know, it's. This is soft. Hardness, 10%. Yeah. So if you want to, yeah, it's probably too late now to really do much. Plus, I'm not good at, you know, especially with like the whole division, they can, like in a lot of cases, really just focus on that a little bit once those MPs get ready, because that's what's going to be behind whatever division we ultimately put the MPs in. Obviously, that's going to be the unit that we use for suppression. I mean, and garrisoning and all that goody stuff. But okay, we got a unit overrun. Good. Actually, you know that's overrun as a unit, and I'm happy. Well, I don't like it when we're overrun. I don't really. I am happy when we overrun a Polish unit. Maybe we're overrun once during this war. I just hope we don't. There wasn't anything more than that, you know. Yeah, all you guys. Let's see what happens if we all move all you guys over here, because this seems to be like a problem unit. You know, I don't really even mind if like this little area is sort of like. You know, I don't really mind if, like, that area is just sort of like a holding area. You're not doing anything, go over there, help. You're not doing anything, go over there and help. As weird as it sounds, it keeps my units busy. It keeps enemy units busy. Okay, we finished up this area, which is what we want. So student is officially needs a new line of work. Student is going here, obviously. No, I don't want you to go up to Count House. Good. You going here. Good. Now, Mr. Student, all your forces over there. Go. Yeah, you know where you're going. You're going over there. You're going to push up this area and ideally head over to Grando. Yeah. Ooh. And Poland's getting weaker. Which is kind of good because we're pretty much almost out of fuel. Which is dangerous if you think about it. You know what? I think it's at this time it just makes sense just to cancel all our air. You know what? You guys are going to have to take a break. Good. I mean, that's weird. It's what you have to do. Hopefully, for the past month or so, we were mauling them pretty good. Here's my little troops coming in. My fuel's going back up, which is what I want to see. Seasley, however you pronounce it. One's getting pushed. We have another unit. What upgrades? I guess we have Panzer ones. Need for reinforcement. Damn. Get all these little armies all set up. Sky is... yeah. The problem, of course, with everything seems to be going good, actually. 15 days of fuel. Yeah, they're pretty much about to call uncle. The only other thing I was thinking about was just simply, you know what? I'm going to do this one more time. Hopefully that's the last time we're going to have to do this. Okay, you're going off, 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 off. And yeah. Good. Front line. Army 2. Yeah. Good. And everyone. You're going to be going over here. Yeah. And execute. Alright, Kluge. Oh, yeah. Student, you're part of him now, too. Forgot about that. But once again, student, you're doing your special task. You're going right over here. Yes, you are, Mr. Student. It's my good student. Good student. Panzers. Nah. Flugzeug Dampfell. No, I don't think we're going to be building carriers, actually. Industry. And we might as well figure out these garrison troops in this question. The garrison troop of Fraga Cavalry Brigade. Okay, Motorized has 2.2. 2.0 versus what? 2.2. What's that? Alright. Weird. But at the same time, no, we can't do that. Yeah, you're gonna be cavalry. It sucks, I know. I'm sorry, fellas. But once again, you're getting military police and you're getting a field hospital, which is nice, you know. You can't, at least in that aspect, you have to admit that you're kind of better off than you think, you know. Ooh. You know what? Screw it. We actually need those MP units, as weird as it sounds. When we're in martial law, so I was like, we need martial law. I just want to be a little bit more focused up here. The last thing I want is, especially towards the end of the war, is this hell-bent frontal assault is gonna lead to an encirclement. Yeah, the formal. Alright, this is like the thing I was thinking about, because like at this time we actually have 150. We're going to begin going democratic. Well, at least we're keeping this guy open, that's for sure. Salvactor, Zodiacs, Varner. Heisenberg. Want a tank designer, need something like this. Division, attack, speed, or time. Hightail, yeah, you have to be fascist. Holly, you don't. Sean. We're gonna go shorter. Just want to make sure this goes. Yeah, it's a little too late. I thought it was fascist only, but as we see, he's good. Overall, our infantry now is better, which is what we want, right? Good. Yeah, it's not a lot of stuff, but we got some bombers. Oh, carabiners. Good. That is good news. Let's figure out. We're gonna. Yeah, we just take whatever the hell we want. The main concern about this is making sure we don't miss one of these clicking errors. I did that once, and Polish had Stranowoski left. So it's kind of like he gave him like this little country, which was kind of funny. No, it was just a little area. Katowice. They had a little area left. Good. And turn. Ooh. And done. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Alright, the war is over, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like we won. I'm just going to make a quick little pausing here. And I'll be back in about 2 seconds. Shift. Alt.